on B3rdPower. We're back and we're sitting down with Ela Staniak Leaupepe, the founder of Feminine Leaders. Then the Power Panel returns. We're talking family, finances, business, and politics. Catch up with Sherri and Lynn and find out all about their holiday break. This is an episode you don't want to miss. B3rdPower starts now. To another exciting episode of B3rdPower. How are you doing?
What? Happy New Year. Yes, we made it to 2021. Okay?
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. And what a journey it has been. Okay.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
I'm so happy to see you. I feel like I have not seen you. I talk to you all the time, but I haven't seen your face in so long.
I haven't seen you either. I'm so excited to see you.
Well, come on, girl. Let's catch up. So,
oh my goodness.
How was your holiday?
So much to catch up on, you know?
Yeah.
Wow. My holiday was amazing. It was awesome. I was able to safely have my mom and the children over, and just an amazing time. It was nice to, just get together and not have a huge ordeal going on at the house and have to prepare for it and all of that good stuff. And all my children are grown. So it was, how it's not hard to please grown ones. They just, before we knew anything, they ate dinner and was like, okay, well, one of my girlfriend's house. So like, oh, okay.
Do you remember that though? Like when you were younger, where you would just travel from house to house, like
house to house
with your family, and you be like, oh, I'm going to so and so's house. And then you just travel from house to house. Oh my goodness.
Good time.
Exhausting, but so much fun because you got to experience so many different Christmas.
Good times indeed. And then for the new year, I didn't do anything. I stayed home. How about you?
So for Christmas, because we all missed each other, we did a virtual at dinner time. We all just did like a Zoom where we all logged in to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and kind of eat and laugh together a little bit because, we have a tribe. Like
I know, yeah.
And so that was cool. And, we do just the people that come in and out of our house, of course. So we had a little quiet dinner here, lots of fun. I'm not gonna lie, we did not wait till no Christmas Day. I told the kids, I was like, you know what, it's been a heck of a year, so we're gonna open presents on Christmas Eve because that's what we want to do.
Right.
That's what we did. And then we slept in Christmas morning and enjoyed ourselves that way.
That's fun.
New Year's is just like you said, we set up and played cards, and because my lovely husband is a part of our engineering crew, I thought I might say this because it was such a pleasure to do this. We played cards all night, and I won, James. I won. I beat everybody. Like when I play cards with him, because no matter where he sat at the table, he always wins. But New Year's Eve,
you got him.
I brought the New Year in with the tradition. Exactly. I won.
Ready.
I won, James. I just want to say that.
Exactly. 2021, T Lynn is coming for you. Hello.
Winning. Yes. So that was the highlight. Did I say I won? Yeah, I won. Okay. So anyway, so we had a great time doing that, just playing cards and just relaxing. That's pretty much how we did.
It's great to. I really think that even though the pandemic happened and we lost so many lives and been through so much with anxiety and depression and separation and all of that, I think that it's still brought on a lot of great memories.
Yeah.
It will definitely be a conversation at the dinner table in 5 years. Right? We'll be sitting back talking about how, girl, do you remember when we had to eat dinner virtually? And remember when so-and-so did this? I think it's definitely going to bring on some different type of memories for us. And, and I just pray that people hold on to those memories that they've created during this whole thing.
Yes.
And just continue to grow from it because there's nowhere to go from here.
I think that's a big thing right there. You hit that nail on the head. Yes, there was a lot of things that went wrong and were unexpected, but some were able to make some great memories, literally. And I do hope that the great things, the great wins that you had, that you'll be able to hold on to that going forward. I think what I'll remember the most is that we literally found innovative ways to play games and do family game night. Yeah. We did virtual, even when we in the same house with each other, we would be all in our rooms sometimes. And good old James found a way for us to play different games where no matter where we are in the house, we all still playing the game together.
Yeah.
And you can hear people downstairs saying, that's what you want to do. Oh, still, the banter is still there, but it's a great memory because it brought good laughs for us. You know what I mean?
I think so. And and I encourage people, even as we go into the new year with they're making their New Year's resolutions and their new dreams and their new visions and goals. I label 2021 the year to heal the fracture and bloom, because a lot of us are fractured from last year, whether it be death, whether it was, like I said, anxiety or depression or whatever, separation from family, loss of your job.
Yes.
That's a part of us that must heal, that we've been through. It was maybe a traumatic situation for us, or it just may be just a regular old setback, right? But it's time for us to heal that fracture and just bloom in this new space, in this new place that we're in. Right. So we're going to do that in 2021. That is definitely my motto for 2021 that I've been encouraging people with. Let's heal this fracture and bloom. This is where we are. How can we bloom from this?
Absolutely. And just as she gave you that tidbit, don't sleep on Miss Sherri over there. She has some big news coming up. I'm going to plug you if you don't plug yourself. Okay.
You have big news too. Don't even try it.
She got big news over there, so she's sitting there all quiet and everything. But I'm so proud of her because I'm gonna plug her. I'm so proud of her because she is launching different virtual classes and workshops, y'all.
Yes,
so you need to make sure that you connect with her. Make sure you follow. Of course, we're gonna talk all about it and sing her praises here on B3rdPower. But look out. She has her stuff coming forward, and the classes are going to start. The workshops are going to start really soon. So make sure y'all connect with Sherri. Look at her.
Can we just say make sure you connect with Miss T Lynn, please, because Miss T Lynn has Key to Life, and she is doing amazing big things. I am so proud of you, my sister, because you encourage me. Right. And that's why we keep this circle of power and encouragement going on, because encouraging you encourages me and the same vice versa. So definitely my hat's off to you. Keep doing what you're doing. And it can do nothing but go up from here.
I completely forgot to share that. Guess what? Starting next week, y'all, T has a new show. No, I'm not leaving B3rdPower, but Sherri knows this new show. I'll be in my lane. I'll be in my lane.
Yes.
I get to sit down with other creators, y'all. So more information is coming. Make sure you tune in to B3rdPower just for the promos. Follow me on Instagram and follow me on Facebook. The new show is going to air on YouTube. It's called Pinned. It's the Writers Utopia. It's all about writers
whether you're an author, blogger, journalist, screenwriter, playwright, amazing people I get to sit down and talk to just all about that creative space and just writing. Sherri says something all the time on this show. She said most of the great stories go to the grave because people aren't telling their stories. So we creatives are getting together to inspire you writers out there that are holding on to your stories.
Yes.
Your ways of telling your story. We're going to encourage you a little bit more to get on out there and not take your story to the grave. So
that's right.
Stay tuned for more information. Make sure you follow Sherri. I plug her because I'm proud of her. Make sure you follow her to hook up with her workshops. She's helping you set your visions, y'all, so you get to accomplish your goals. I'm so proud.
The main thing is, I'm proud of you too, sweetheart. And the main thing is, you guys, in 2021, do not give up on you. Just do not give up on you. Whatever that is, whatever it is that you want to do not give up on you. So stay in tune with us. We have a lot that's coming in the next few weeks, and we'll be plugging each other. But I love it, and I'm really looking.
That ain't all her good news, but I'm gonna let the last part. I'm gonna let her tell you about the mastermind.
See,
but sharing is caring. That's what we do. We encourage each other. We always say it. I always say it. There is room for you at the table. What is for you is for you. Get at the table. That's for you. Find your purpose. If you don't do nothing else in 2021, in 2020, if you didn't do it, definitely make your time in 2021 where you sit down and you find your purpose, that thing that you are meant to do, and get in it, baby, and drive. Okay.
You know, we could do this all night. We could do this all night. But if you guys want us to, just let us know. It's not a problem. We can encourage you, motivate you, push you, all of that. Yes, we can do that. We got you.
Yes, absolutely. But we do have an amazing show tonight. We do have Miss Ethel in the house joining us for the power panel tonight. And you know, she's always dropping some great financial jewels, helping you to build your wealth, right? And then we have an amazing, look, you put up your notebook.
I got my notepad. I'm ready.
Because it has Sherri face, but that's okay. That's the virtual world for you. But then we have an amazing guest joining us all the way from Australia. She teaches self-leadership. She does women's empowerment. And we definitely are looking forward to chatting with her later on in the show. And that is Miss Ela Staniak Leaupepe. But in order for us to get to them, you know what we have to do. We got to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll be chatting with Miss Ethel Davis all about being powerful on that power panel. This is B3rdPower here on You Broadcast Media.
Global Executive Staffing provides top-level executive staffing to federal and private sector companies globally at the most competitive price. They are experts in coordinating and expediting projects from design to development. Global Executive Staffing is a Department of Veterans Affairs, Center for Veterans, certified service-disabled veteran-owned small business. To connect with Global Executive Staffing, go to www.gestaff.com. to the Third Power House Band, Foundation, premiering February 2021.
Welcome back to B3rdPower, and we are excited that we have our next guest that you are very, very familiar with, Miss Ethel Davis. How are you?
I'm doing well, guys. How are you?
Well,
Happy New Year. Yeah.
Oh, this is like the first
2021. Yay.
So what you have going on, because I know you always have something amazing to share with us in this financial world that is ever fluid and changing. What you got for us tonight, Miss Ethel?
Well, I have a lot of good news.
Okay,
I got my pen.
As we last spoke, I'm sure everyone is familiar that they passed a stimulus bill.
Yes.
And so for single people, $75,000 or less, you get $600.
Mm-hmm.
And then married people, the limitation is $150,000, $600 per person. So a married, that's $1,200, and then for each dependent, if you're head of household, then you get $600 for yourself and the member that you are head of household. So now you can look at that as some people I've heard, oh, that's not enough money. But that's more than what you had the day before.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I don't feel that no one owes us. We got to go out there and think about how can we take what we have and turn it into more greater. So one of the things that you can also do now is they have put out more PPP loans for small business. So please, 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 if you have a business, if you know that you need to hire, they have expanded the PPP loans because it used to be just for employees, and then some of your company's expensive like rent, utilities, but they have expanded it to even more so. And so they actually are asking people to get in there and get, there's several different sources. My recommendation, if you have a relationship with a bank, then please go to your local banker and tell them. They don't know. You have to take the first step to say, I need help. I need financial help. And so there's a lot of people that are out there. There's money set aside, but it's not going to come to you. You have to go to it. So I'm telling everyone, if you have been hurt or if you've been sitting there because you need capital, you should be running to your bank. Okay? Don't walk, run.
Right.
That's a PPP loan.
That is a PPP, but they're also very versed on other small business administration grants and things. So go there, schedule an appointment. What we don't do is we don't really utilize our financial professionals the way we should. It's like any other relationship. You got to pour water on it to make it grow. Right. So if you never call, if you don't introduce yourself and keep building, keep putting block on top, they don't know you. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to tell you, people call me every day offering me money, and I'm like, I don't need it. Mm-hmm. Also, do you know that there are people that has felt that, how do we want to help the underserved? How do we want to help African Americans and other minorities that are giving away money? It's not a loan. They're saying, I want to invest in your company. It's not like a venture capitalist company where they invest in your company and they want a certain percentage of your company. Right. What I'm saying is there are people out there that are saying, I want to give you $1, $2, $3 million to you because I see your company growing. And I want to invest in you because I realize I've had a privileged life. And so I want to give back so that you can do well yourself. I've been approached with that. So it's out there. And these are not loans. These are not grants. These are individual companies, individual, I would say investors, but they're not investing to get something back. They're investing so you can climb higher and you don't have to pay none of it back.
Where would they find this information?
This information, again, go to your bank.
To the bank.
See, the one thing that there's two different communities. There is the banking community, and then there is the non-traditional. As business owners, we should have relationship with both. For example, did you know PayPal gives out loans to small businesses?
I knew they did loans, but I didn't know it was to small businesses. So that
yeah, there and some of them, like BHG is a company that they give loans to financial advisors. I belong to a network that I'm looking at buying other companies. And when you're looking at buying other companies, you're looking at buying the assets. I'm not buying your liabilities. I'm just buying the assets. So there are memberships you can join so that if you want to collaborate with somebody else, you can. Or if you are in the position where perhaps you can buy out another company, you can do that. So what I'm saying is, please, tonight, my tips are build a relationship with your banker and go and ask the question, is there other capital that I don't know about? We don't know what we don't know until you ask a question and you seek. If you're not seeking, it's not going to come to you. And that's what has happened. We've got passed over because we're not asking the right questions. So I don't want no one to get left behind. And to me, if you are looking for capital, now is the time to do it. If you're not doing that, I don't know what to tell you. Now, my last tip is I'm so excited for 2021. This is going to be a great stock market year.
Okay.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. And I'll tell you why. Because think about it, we are still not out of this stay-at-home mode. However, little by little, things are there's some arteries that's opening. So, for example, I'm looking at Priceline because people's going to start traveling again. They are, because we're all going through pandemic fatigue. That's why the spread is still spreading, because people's like, I'm tired. I'm going to go see my mama. I haven't seen her in a year.
Right.
I'm not encouraging that behavior. I'm saying you want to get in front of the wave instead of trying to chase after it while it's already going. So I'm already in position. I got my guns are loaded. And what that means for investors is there is opportunities out here that if you can set aside just a little bit, just, I don't care if it's $20. That's how everyone gets started. And there's companies that will take $20, $25, buy you fractional shares. Yes, I will, as a legal note. It is true that Robinhood got into some trouble. But they're probably not the only one, but it doesn't mean they're a bad company. There's a lot of regulations on us. So if they don't know all the regulation, you can get fined for doing things that you probably just didn't know. So I'm not going to say they did something horrible. It just was some advertising they should not have done.
Okay.
Question about the stock market. So I know the goal is to buy low, right? Mm-hmm. So that you can sell high. So when it's dropping consistently though, but it still really has the potential to grow, do we just keep it there and hold it there, or do we just go ahead?
You're buy and hold. If you can, dollar cost average. So for example, the market was down today.
Yeah.
And basically I started a new position in Airbond because when it IPO'd, it was way too high. But people are starting to plan for vacations.
Okay.
So when that catches up, then I'll already be in the company. I've already started because I'm kind of that person. I'm gonna buy a little bit here on the dips, buy on the dips, sell on the rips.
Right.
So when you see companies going up too high and you've hit a plateau, like I sold some of my Amazon before Christmas because I didn't know what kind of season they would have after they looked at their holiday numbers. So why it's up there at $3,700 a share, you gotta be a fool not to take some off the table. So I did. And now, I'm going into more industrial companies because we're under, as of January 20th, we're under a new leadership. And you got to read what they're talking about. And they're already saying we want renewable fuel because they're very much into climate control. I'm already there.
Because so TripAdvisor, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like TripAdvisor.
Yeah, Expedia, Priceline. Like Boeing just came back out with their airplane. I'm buying it because I know that even though Boeing, had a really bad season, they're already starting, their airlines are already starting to buy that plane again. And when they start, like people went ahead for Christmas and they had holidays. I didn't, but you always have people that they're going to do what they're going to do. True. So it will work out. So I'm very encouraged, and I hope that everyone will leave 2020 back there. And instead of focusing and looking back, look forward, look around you. What is moving? What's new? What can you do to pull yourself out of that pandemic fog? That's what a lot of people are at, because it is heavy. I'm not going to say it's not, but you got to push. I mean, as small business owners, we can't sit down on it. You got to reinvent yourself, reinvent new avenues. I got some big things in the hopper I'm so excited about. I can't hardly stand it. But until the contracts are signed and everything's done, I'll set my mouth shut.
Now, I do have a question for you, just real quick before you go, because I know we're running out of time with this segment. But as Sherri was saying about buying, one question that some of our viewers may have is, how long do you hold on to something? Like, if it's not making movement, how long would you recommend that someone hold on before they actually get out? Because I know that long-term money, you wait
3 to 5 years.
3 to 5.
Yeah. If you're investing, it should be long-term, and it should be 3 to 5 years. That's the investor that I am. But this market has been so fast moving. I have made so much money till I don't believe it's sustainable. So I do actively take profits off the table.
Okay.
So for example, Zoom was not profitable when it IPO'd. But when we went through the economic lockdown, it became a very profitable company overnight. So when it got up to $400, yeah, because I already know they weren't profitable. It was just supply and demand. And that's what economics is about. Okay. It doesn't necessarily mean they're the best, but right now they're the ones that people are going to. So some of it is called behavioral economics. You got to look at what consumers are doing and go where they're going.
Awesome. Well, we thank you so much, Miss Ethel, for your
time
and your wonderful gem.
I hope everyone takes advantage of this new, the new stimulus package. Go out, read, ask. Sit there. There's money on the table. You're leaving it.
You heard her.
Thank you, ladies.
On the table. She said, "Don't leave your money on the table. Make sure
the government will take it."
Yes, and make sure if you're a small business, go talk to your bankers, get to know your bankers, and please take advantage of the PPP loans. Yes. Well, thank you again. We certainly appreciate the power that you bring during the power panel.
Thank you.
Financial advisement. We certainly appreciate you, but you guys know what we have to do. We got to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be sitting down with Miss Ela Staniak Leaupepe. This is B3rdPower here on U Broadcast Media.
Global Executive Staffing provides top-level executive staffing to federal and private sector companies globally at the most competitive price. They are experts in coordinating and expediting projects from design to development. Global Executive Staffing is a Department of Veterans Affairs, Center for Veterans, certified service-disabled veteran-owned small business. To connect with Global Executive Staffing, go to www.gestaff.com.
Welcome back to B3rdPower here on U Broadcast Media. We are super excited to have with us tonight Miss Ela Staniak Leaupepe. She is the founder of Feminine Leaders, leadership and performance coach. She is a speaker, TEDx speaker, might I add, and she works as a diversity and inclusion advocate. Welcome, Ela, to the show. How are you tonight?
Hello, hello.
I am very well, thank you so much. I am so excited to be speaking with you, Lynn and Sherri, and Ethel was just so much power as well. Mm-hmm. So I am beyond privileged and excited to be speaking with you ladies tonight.
Absolutely. And look, I'm sitting here talking about how are you tonight? It's morning time where you are. So
yes. What time is it where you are?
It's 11:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in the future, a day ahead.
Right.
Yes. So you are an amazing speaker, and I have certainly had the pleasure to speak with you before. So it's exciting to have you. One of the things that was intriguing and wonderful to discuss with you was your advocacy for self-leadership. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I would love to. Thank you so much. Self-leadership, it is something that I believe has been my personal journey of development along the years, really throughout my whole life. After moving to Australia 12 years ago, I first embarked on a journey working in fitness industry, empowering women to take charge of their life through reshaping their body and well-being. Very quickly, I developed passion secret positive obsession for the power of mind, for our psychology, for behavioral drivers, for motivation, and then later on, even intuition and energy. And I really realized now, after over a decade of working with mostly professional women, women who are in decision-making roles, women who are executives, business owners, I realized that all of us, men and women, little girls, little boys, but also all adults, suffer disempowerment sooner or later in our lives. Sooner or later, we question ourselves, we question our abilities if we can achieve extraordinary milestones in our career. We question if we are lovable, if we can create meaningful, loving love relationships. We question our beauty, internal and external. We question if we are, good looking enough, slim enough, shapeful enough, curvy enough. And so self-leadership is simmering on and self-developing until it just became so obvious to me last year that I just must pursue it. There is no other option but just get the word out there. And what it really is, it is an ability of intentionality to take charge of our decisions, really execute actions at the high standard, to the highest level of our performance, and take charge of our feelings and emotions, to have that emotional regulation. And I designed self-leadership model, which is really based on 3 elements. And it is an ability to take responsibility. It is an ability to have discipline. And it is emotional intelligence, which is based on awareness and emotional regulation.
Yes,
That is
but
awesome.
you said some key words there when you said the ability to be intentional. It's like, yes, we talk about being intentional all the time here.
B3rdPower. That's where being intentional. And that's the number one thing. You have to be intentional. And it's funny that you said take charge, because my Facebook post today said take your control back.
Yes,
just
it did.
take your control back. That's what it said earlier today. I didn't even know that.
Divine timing, Sherri. Divine timing.
Yes. Now you are also the founder of Feminine Leaders too, because you specialize in women empowerment, which you did something amazing last year. I was going to say this year, like, oh yeah, it's January now. But you did something amazing last year during the pandemic where you brought women together. Tell us a little bit about that, about Feminine Leaders, and then how you brought all of these magnificent women together to empower.
Thank you so much, Tia. I just feel like I am just showered with all these compliments and I feel very grateful. Thank you. Actually, now I should say already 2 years ago. So in 2019, I launched my own network here in Sydney locally first, called Unstoppable Women's Network, really with the intention to bring women from diverse backgrounds. And what I would do is every month I would do a component on either business, relationships, or health, but I would invite extraordinary speakers to come on board and obviously shine light on their expertise so women could find empowerment in these 3 main areas. Now, last year, in the year of so much creation, innovation, and adversity, I initially took those online events, those face-to-face events online. And I actually created global events last year where I had an opportunity to connect with amazing speakers all over the world and invite women from all over the world to join the events. Now, Feminine Leaders was actually really born as a result of adversity too. So last year, my Facebook accounts got hacked and disabled, which means that 90% of my business went bye-bye.
Oh, man.
I made a mistake of creating most of my network in the last 10 years through Facebook, just one platform. And I had other platforms to fall onto. However, the reality was that Facebook was my go-to platform. And people knew that they could find me on Facebook too. First, I went into shock. Then I cried in denial, thinking, what has just happened?
Mm-hmm.
And after I realized that probably there was no way of going back,
Mm-hmm.
I contacted my VA and I said, let's go, let's do this. We are going next level. I'm not going to give in to this situation. Along the years, facing a lot of adversity in my childhood and then in my professional career, knowing the sense of disempowerment, I developed my own psychological mechanism to overcome difficulty. And that was to do something new, to do something scary, to do something different. And that phrase of feminine leadership continued just really like cooking and developing within me. So I thought, let's go. I'm just going to check out what's happening in this space, in this type of vocabulary. And feminine leaders or feminine leadership was only a phrase to describe a softer approach to leadership in a corporate world. And I thought, I'm just going to take that name, feminine leaders, and twist it around to spread the message that women are extraordinary leaders in personal and professional aspects of our life.
Yeah.
And that message really started resonating with women.
Mm-hmm.
It is the message that not only allowed me to increase my reach in my business, but more importantly, it created something which is really, really rewarding. And that is women now coming back to me and saying, do you know what? What you're saying is really true.
Mm-hmm.
There is just so much potential in that space of female leadership, feminine leadership for two reasons. Number one, women in corporate environment and business world till today face a lot of challenges. The space is changing a lot. However, we still face discrimination. We still might be a minority within certain environments and in certain industries. And number two, as this is happening, now women gain more and more certainty and confidence and productivity in, as I said, personal and professional life.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a super rewarding space. It seems to be something that a lot of us need in 2020 and then 2021. So it's go time.
Yeah, it really is. And you said something key earlier in your talk when you were saying that we often question ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's almost like it's been put on our shoulders and it's just something that we wear. You know, we're so used to doubting ourselves and questioning ourselves and maybe so, maybe not. Why me? I don't think so. You know, and it's natural, you know, and but at the same time, when you surround yourself in a circle of empowered women, you know, that can keep you lifted, you know, you can do amazing things. So I definitely understand you when you talk about this feminine leadership space. It's different. And it's a wonderful space to be in.
Yes.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
Now, I'm going to bring up this fun point because this is something that Sherri and I have talked about and we both one day would like to do.
Yes.
You recently did a TED Talk. Tell us all about it. How did it go? What was the experience like? Spill the beans.
This is definitely on the bucket list.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. But look, just like you, I have had this dream of doing a TED Talk for a few years now. Initially, I thought, who am I to be doing TED Talk? What would I be talking about? Until along the years, I thought, I can and I must.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it looked nothing like what I imagined because I didn't think that would be a possibility because of the pandemic.
Wow.
I thought there are all the face-to-face events are being called off. It is not safe to do so. Until really I noticed that from middle of last year, so middle of 2020, a lot of organizers, rather than canceling events, they took them online.
Mm-hmm.
What happened was a lot of public speakers, a lot of aspiring speakers gave up on their dreams and also their careers of doing public speaking. However, the events were actually taken online. So a lot of new opportunities have opened up. where the number of available speakers began going down. A lot of organizers realized that now they can actually increase, well, their reputation, but increase what they provide in their events by inviting speakers from all over the world to their events. And so I met an amazing gentleman, Gary Doherty, through LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And we just had an amazing conversation, just like you and I, Tillen, met. It was just fireworks. And he had a dream of organizing very first TEDx event in Northern Ireland that was women's event. And so me being passionate about what I am passionate about, I received that opportunity to do a virtual TEDx talk.
Awesome.
Would you believe it? Not only it was women's event, it was all about women speaking about their feminine power, about their expertise. And I happened to talk about cultural diversity and inclusion. So my talk was about why diversity and inclusion are logically impossible. And in my talk, I do give a background of how our psychology works, where our unconscious biases come from, where our beliefs come from, where discrimination and separation between humans come from. And I talk about how it is important to dive into our emotional development to then create togetherness in our society. And I was also capable of gently flowing into how much connection and togetherness actually COVID brought amongst our society globally. So it was a great opportunity. It was so surprising, but hey, first one down, a few more to go. I am still determined to stand on the red dot in the actual venue one day.
Right.
When COVID allows. I know it's going to happen one day. When? We'll see.
But you know it's coming. It's already it's set in the crosshairs. It's in the vision.
Yes. Because I'm ready to stand on the red dot.
And we will,
ladies. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I was just saying we will. We will certainly will.
Yes. Now, how can people get in contact with you?
Thank you. I am mostly on LinkedIn now. My website is under new development, but it's going to be the same, www.feminineleaders.co, so CO. My name and surname on LinkedIn, same on Instagram. I just managed to also open my new personal Facebook account. Yay, after 6 months. Or anybody is more than welcome to email me at hello@feminineleaders.co.
Awesome. Well, it has been fantastic speaking with you. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for all that you're doing to bring global diversity and inclusion and women's empowerment. We certainly appreciate your efforts. And we hope to have you back here with us again soon to talk about all the great things you're making happen in the world. But make sure that you guys connect with her on LinkedIn, and or if you have questions or you want to get in contact, you got initiatives that you can collaborate with, again, get with her at hello@feminineleaders.co. But you know what time it is. We must take a quick break. Ella, thank you so much. We're grateful for you joining us. But we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, Sherri and I will continue enlightening you as we do. This is B3rdPower here on U Broadcast Media.
Executive Staffing provides top-level executive staffing to federal and private sector companies globally at the most competitive price. They are experts in coordinating and expediting projects from design to development. Global Executive Staffing is a Department of Veterans Affairs, Center for Veterans, certified service-disabled veteran-owned small business. To connect with Global Executive Staffing, go to www.gestaff.com.
Welcome back to B3rdPower. We're wrapping up for you tonight as we've had two amazing powerhouses on the show tonight.
Yes.
We're talking about girl power, women's empowerment. We did the daggone thing tonight here at B3rdPower. We started out with Miss Ethel, and he dropped some financial nuggets on us as usual.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then we ended with Miss Ela Staniak Leaupepe. I
Yes.
hope I said that right. Our women's empowerment leader and self-leadership.
Yeah.
So it was really,
It was.
It really was.
Very, very good. Listen, we forgot to tell you guys earlier, we want to make sure we capture that. If you want to get in contact with Miss Ethel and you have additional questions that you want to ask her, please make sure you reach out to her at Ethel at vzdcap.com. That's Ethel at cap.com. Make sure you reach out to her. She'll be more than willing to talk to you guys and help you out with your advising as she can. But what a way to come back and start off and kick off 2021.
What an amazing way. Just so encouraging, so motivating. And I hope that you guys got a little bit of push from our two speakers today that joined us. I hope you got a little bit of push. And if you didn't, you know what? Get in contact with them or get in contact with me and T-Lynn. Let's find this push, okay? We all have purpose down inside of us. We all have a voice. That's exactly what we were all talking about. We all have a voice, and the woman's voice is very strong. And if we can come together as one, we'll see what the choir can bring upon. I'm just really looking forward to what 2021 is going to bring. I really am.
Yeah, the choir. I was like, yes, Miss Ethel did just say that. Like,
she did.
We sing as a choir. We come together.
Right.
So that's amazing. Listen, if you have something awesome going on, if you're a speaker, coach, business owner, an artist, if you have anything amazing going on, the B3rdPower guest list is now open. We are now accepting guests. So be sure to reach out to us at B3rdPower@gmail.com. If for any reason you have missed the episode, you like, wait a minute, I'm just seeing y'all for the first time. I want to catch up. Watch some of your previous episodes. You can do that too. Go on over to YouTube, subscribe to our channel. That's B3rdPower. Make sure you connect there so you can keep up with the amazing things that we have done and are still
doing. That's right. We have a lot in store for you for 2021. You know, we said when we went into the third season, we told you guys that we were coming strong. We told you guys that we were coming big, and we've definitely had some amazing guests on the show, and just encouraging and bridging that gap in the community by continuing to support our small business owners and to continue to support our authors and even our kid entrepreneurs. Like you definitely want to.
We're doing amazing things, and we love highlighting those that are doing amazing things locally, nationally, and globally. Okay, we are a global show, so we don't just feature local people. We talk to people, as you can see, all over the world that are doing amazing things. And now that we are in this virtual space, listen, there
unlimited.
Are to connect. You never know who you might be able to connect with halfway around the world that's doing something great that you can tap into and make a difference. Put your footprint around the world. Come on now.
So I always say, dream big. Now I need you to dream bigger. I need you to dream bigger. Yes.
Absolutely. So make sure if you're doing something great, reach out to us, B3rdPower@gmail.com. We'd love to talk to you and learn more about you and be able to put you up in front of our audience.
Yes, you are great.
Such an amazing show. Again, make sure you go follow Sherri. Connect with her Instagram, Facebook, whatever. She has some amazing classes coming up and an amazing other opportunity that's coming up. I told you I'm not going to spoil all her business. I tell a lot of her business on here, right? But I'm not telling all her business tonight. Tonight, I said. I won't tell it all. But,
and make sure you go follow Miss Lynn Tate, as she has a lot going on as well. I don't think y'all ready. And believe me, you need to check out Pinned. Hello, that's PNNED. Make sure you check that out.
PNNED. Go to YouTube, check it out. Go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss the amazing people that are coming. But before we go, make sure you tune in. Next Monday, we have an amazing guest coming to talk with us. She is from Kenya. Yeah, I told you we global, y'all. And she's all about the wounded healers. Wounded healers, y'all. You don't want to miss this next episode. Next Monday, 7 p.m. Where at? Here on You Broadcast Media. So make sure you tap in so you can find out all about this wonderful, wonderful woman who's doing great work in Kenya. All right. And now here in the U.S. But anyway, we love you guys. As we always tell you, remember, today is a great day to make a difference in the lives of those around you. I'm Lynn Tate.
I'm Sherri Cook.
And this has been B3rdPower, baby, here on You Broadcast Media. You all have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next Monday. Bye now.